Okay, what I'm replacing on my Cayman is the fan belt tensioner. Why I'm replacing it is because when it's warm, I get a bit of a squeak from the belt at idle. As soon as you touch the throttle, you go just above idle, the squeak goes away, and it was a bit annoying. And I was just doing a bit of work on it last weekend, and I thought, well, I had to test drive it, and I thought, well, it was squeaking when I came back, and I thought, well, damn it, I'll take the cover off and I'll replace the tensioner. I'm not going to show you how to take the cover off. There's some great clips out there. One in particular, shout out to the guy that does the Summit Life clips on YouTube. He's got a Cayman and a few other cars. He's got a great clip on taking this engine cover off. The only thing I'd recommend is it's not that hard to take this top trim off along here. The bar that goes over, there's two plastic clips that you unclip, and you can slide them up the bar. One of the clips is also held in with a screw. I think it's on that side, or hang on, the trim is held in with a screw. And then some Torx bolts, undo the Torx bolts, lift the bar out, take the trim off. It just makes it a lot easier to get the carpet here, that piece of carpet that covers the tray, to get it past this clip here. So if you can be bothered taking the whole plastic trim and the bar off, makes that job a little bit easier. And as you can see, taking the cover off, just move the light here, I hope you can see it. The tensioner is a little bit damp. There's some oil around there. They should be dry, so I'm thinking, well, I'll replace it. I'll just take my torch off. And for this kind of job, I would recommend getting a head torch. Makes life so much easier. You don't have to have the a handheld torch or a lead light in front of you. Just makes life easier. So to access this tensioner, it's going to be a bit tricky. Torx bolt at the top there. Torx bolt, can't quite see it, at the bottom of the tensioner. The tensioner looks like a little shocker. There it is. They're both T50s, so that'll be a little bit tricky. I've got some Torx sockets, so you'd need those. You would also need a 30mm socket, spanner, something. I actually mucked around with I cut the end off a socket to make a tool for another car I've got. I didn't actually want to use that on this, so I spent $22 here in Australia to buy a 30mm open end spanner. And what you need that for is to access that large nut there to move the tensioner. What else did I want to show you? One of the main things I was working on, why I was working on it and road testing it, was I've got a couple of really annoying rattles. Two in particular. I found one, and I'm hoping the second one is the air intake duct to the air cleaner. So this is on the side of the car. If you look down there, that's a plastic cover that goes over the air cleaner, and I've just got to apologise for the filming, but I've just taken my torch off my head. Hear that sort of horrible rattle there? I'm getting a noise just like that in the cab. I hope it's that. It's been driving me crazy. The noise I'm getting is really loud. Sounds like the back end's going to fall out. I've had it up on the hoist. Everything's fine. So I'm hoping this is it. That sort of noise. Pretty cool belt on these things. It's actually a multi V belt, double-sided. which is pretty cool. Hadn't seen that before. What I like to do when I take off a belt is put it back on not only the correct way, but I like to have it turning in the direction that it was. So somewhere on here, I did draw an arrow. I'll worry about that when I'm putting it on. And something I'd also recommend, you might have picked it up earlier, is draw somewhere a map of how the belt goes. Some people will freak out. Oh my God, you've drawn on the car. Oh well, that's going to be covered up. You won't see it. It's there forever. Or you could just draw it on a bit of cardboard. So I'm going to turn the camera off now. If I'm going to make a few more clips. If I can't be bothered editing them all together, maybe this will turn into a part 1, part 2, part 3. No worries. Catch you later.